And welcome to PTCI. I'm your host Jordan Jackson, and not blaming him, but Cooper, you shouldn't have slid.
Uh, I just want to say I hate fantasy football and I'm never playing it again.
Speaking of fantasy football, this is the first year that the money league I was running didn't go on. R.I.P. All right, let's jump into it. Week 9, I'll start since I alluded to it. Um, Bad loss, sucky loss. I don't know where the offense is in the second half of games or in general, and not even for just us, the entire league. It seems like. Um,
Right.
yeah. I don't know. Cooper Cup or Cooper Cup sliding isn't the only reason we lost. And I mean, he's the main reason we were even in the game. But dang, man, Matt Stafford was missing guys. We had some bad play calling, I think. Oh yeah, let me start the timer. Raheem, I like you as a person, bro, but I'm so fed up with the defense, man. Bobby Evans, I know you went to Oklahoma, but bruh, this ain't Oklahoma, dog. These dudes are faster and quicker, bro. They just leaving you in the dust, man. Matt's at almost
Yeah.
sacked after every 2 seconds, bro. Most of the time because of you, my friend. Um,
Right.
Aaron Rodgers, man. I don't want to say you've hit the floor, but dang, you getting close, man. Not just you in performance, but my God, bro, it not looking good for the Packers. Um, Joe Mixon, man. Speaking of Oklahoma, that man probably had the best game for a running back in the last 5 years, probably maybe even decade, dude. I don't know if I'm pushing it too far, but that was a crazy game. Um,
Yeah.
I am very shocked. Chicago put up 38 points or 35 points.
Yeah. Justin
Uh,
Fields breaking the rushing record.
oh yeah, good game. At least running, you know.
I
May-
know. I think he only had 60 pass yards or something, but yeah.
but uh, and the Jets, probably the surprise of the week. I mean, not saying the Jets had no chance, but I don't know how many people were picking them against America's favorite right now. But what do you got to say on the week?
Yeah. Speaking of Joe Mixon, one of the reasons I hate fantasy football because Devontae Adams got me 35 points just for Joe Mixon to get the guy I'm playing 55 points.
Jesus.
So yeah, that was a bit of a disappointment. And then uh the Jets did kind of surprise me, but if Josh Allen's shoulder is really, or is it elbow? Yeah, elbow. If his
Yeah.
elbow really is hurt that bad, then it kind of makes sense while he played as bad as he did. But the Jets will be pretty. I will admit they're surprising me. I didn't expect them to be this good, especially Sauce Gardner being like a top corner in the league already is kind of crazy. But uh, Aaron Rodgers, man, he can't blame the receivers for that one. That dude made some bad throws, like some really bad throws. I was like those two interceptions in the end zone. I was like, what are you doing, dude?
I know.
Like terrible. So I mean, I just want to say I was right about the Packers,
Oh man, I saw
but
music playing. Go
I
ahead.
was very wrong about the Raiders.
Oh yeah, me and you
Man,
both, bro.
they could easily have our prediction pretty close to right if they could just close out games, but they just can't. They refuse to close out games. They're like, "Oh, let's play really good for 3 quarters and then let them come back and win in the last minute." That's like the Raiders' philosophy this year.
Yeah. uh,
And then one last thing is let's hope the Saints win tonight. If they win tonight, I got some hope for the season.
oh yeah. D Jax is suiting up tonight. You worried about that?
Um, yeah, not I wasn't, but so far he's actually been playing kind of well, so I am a little worried.
All right, let's jump into the weekly segment here. Is this the week the Eagles go down? What do you got to say?
Who do they play?
Commanders.
Mm, no. they have the man. They got like one of the easiest schedules going forward, so it's kind of hard to like. No, I don't think. I think they'll stay undefeated. The Commanders they're not that good. They put some fight, but they can't close out games either.
Okay, all right. And I'm going to say they'll win. The Eagles will win, but no more than 7 points is what I'm calling.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna go like 20-14, something like that. But
Yeah.
let's move on. We're about midway through the season, a little more now. What's your awards? And I put everyone's favorite guy up there for a reminder.
Who is that?
Russell Wilson.
um, MVP. Man, that's tough.
For
I'll probably
MVP,
say
go ahead.
I'll probably say Josh Allen for now, but if he misses a couple weeks, he'll probably lose it because it's a pretty close season.
Yeah, MVP. It is very tough because it seems like there's no real big front runner to me. Yeah, I'll co-sign Josh Allen with you, even though I don't like it.
Right.
I'll go first this time. Rookie of the year. I thought Drake London had this in the bag, but man has fallen off the last few weeks, like the last month, really.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe Chris Olave. I think he's probably
Yeah.
been the most steady receiver this year. What about you? As a rookie,
Yeah.
as
Chris,
rookies.
it's so far it's got to be Chris Olave. He's put up the best numbers out of. He's like up there in top 5 receivers, period, not just rookies. And he missed a game, so if he didn't miss that game, he'd be even more. But uh, Damian Pierce, he's kind of close. He's like worrying me that he might take it from Chris Olave. So Olave needs to kind of step it up a bit. But defensive rookie of the year, it's got to be Sauce Gardner. I feel.
Yeah, I would co-sign that. Like, just how the Jets are doing it in a whole, kind of like helps his case. You know, anybody who's
Yeah.
playing serious minutes there is going to get a lot of credit. You know.
Right. And then who you got for offensive player of the year?
Offensive player of the year, to me, it has to be Tyreek Hill at the moment.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
a good shout.
he has, I think, the quickest to ever hit 1,000 yards. You know, like it was like 7, 8 games or whatever, which is crazy already. And then not to mention like he's in a new system. Just the man's balling out, dude. Like Cooper Cup has like 630 something yards, and that man has eclipsed 1,000. And Cooper's
Yeah,
sixth. You know, so
that's
like,
crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
that's crazy.
Who do you got?
Yeah, I'd probably agree, but I got to give Saquon some credit. I feel like he's producing. He's definitely comeback player of the year, I feel like, but I think he's given a run for offensive player or Nick Chubb.
Okay, who's your defense?
Um, God, man, it might be Gardner, uh, or Micah Parsons.
Yeah, don't tell White I said this, but I'll probably go with Micah Parsons at the moment. Also, he's got like 10
Why he doesn't
sacks.
like he doesn't like Micah Parsons?
No, I just we got into a is he overrated or not discussion, and I kind of went with yeah, but you know.
He set out just to prove you wrong this year.
I mean, I don't. I've never thought I said he was bad. It's just that like, bro, men are like comparing this guy to like Aaron Donald and Lawrence Taylor. The man's played 2 years. I mean, come on, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Right.
You know. Coach of the year. Man, don't tell the world I said this, but probably Pete Carroll at the moment.
Yeah,
I
with
mean,
what he's with what he has to work with and what he's been able to do.
who thought the Seahawks would be number one in the division at the midway point? You know,
Right.
not even just number one in the division. What are they like third in the NFC? You know,
I
like
think, yeah, I think, what are they, 6-3, right?
yeah, yeah. I think 6-3 now.
That is crazy. Um, I feel like, yeah, he's got to be up there. And also Brian DeBull, because nobody
Fair
expected the
point.
Giants to even be in the conversation. And I just like his attitude, honestly. Like, that dude's like, he gets excited. Like, he's out there jumping and yelling.
True, true.
But we'll see if the Giants, hopefully, they're not slipping up after that loss.
All right, and then moment of the year for me, it's a recency bias, but like I was saying earlier, dude, that Joe Mixon game, that I don't know if anyone's gonna top that game this year.
Yeah. That is fair. Moment of the year. Man. Um,
Sir, come on now.
I'll just agree because I can't think of anything else that could beat that.
All right, since you had all that dead air, here you go. Triple H talking about he has a plan for who's gonna beat Roman, dethrone that man. Who you got?
So I think it's Cody, but I really hope he sees how popular Sammy is and he's gonna pull the trigger on Sammy.
That would be crazy, dude.
Right? But dude, he got Saudi Arabia to cheer for him and they hate that guy.
To those people at home, my other camera's on for some reason, so it's not synced up with this one, so you get the blank stare today. um, so you said Cody?
Cody or Sammy.
I'm not so sure now that he won the belt, but that man in the background of this photo right here, I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of cut off. Seth Rollins is my candidate. He's never really lost to Roman like one on one in a big time match, so the story's there. If he turns babyface, the crowd go crazy for that man. It's my pick, bro.
Don't think he needs it.
Yeah, still, you know,
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely like Cody and Seth are definitely the top two picks most people are picking. So
I still am hoping that whoever beats Roman, it's on a grand stage, and then Austin Theory cashes in right after and takes one of them belts off of him. That way, two people get their moment.
yeah, I could see them doing something like that. Like technically, you can only cash in for one belt, not both of them.
It works.
Yeah.
But let's move on to also your segment. And also, thanks, guy, but you made me spell the name completely wrong, so that's on you.
Hey, it's a hard name to spell, all right? It's not even pronounced how you think it would be.
Well, what do you got to say on it?
Yeah, so everybody's thinking that Pereira's gonna just knock Izzy's head off because he knocked him out in one fight and then won the other fight. The first fight, if you watch it, because most people just watch the highlights. I watched it beginning to end. Izzy should have won that fight. He got ripped off. The second fight, Izzy was winning that fight and got caught. So I don't think he has nearly enough experience. Izzy's on a whole new level right now. So I think it's going to be a one-sided show, but I am a little nervous.
We'll just leave
But
it at that. Oh, go ahead.
Dustin Poirier versus Michael Chandler's on that card. That's about to be a fucking shit. Like, that's going to be a banger.
I hope so. Every time you say that to me, though, it never lives up, guy.
No, those guys, the main event might disappoint, but that fight, no way.
All right, coming up near the end here. Warriors are 3-7. Do you think it's time to panic?
I don't think it's time to panic, but they definitely got to start working some things out. But because they started off so hot, I don't know what the hell happened, but I don't know. I don't know if it's like they got to switch up the rotation or what, but I don't think panic, but definitely start thinking about some changes.
But see, here's my reverse ask. Did they start off hot, or did they just play the Lakers?
I mean, weren't they 3-0 or
Uh,
2-1?
Maybe, but all I know is they haven't won a road game yet, which is pretty concerning if you ask me.
That is concerning. I would say if they get to like 3-10 or like 4-10 or something, then it'll probably be time to start panicking.
I'm gonna say on a panic level from 1 to 10, 10 being it's time to freak out. I'm gonna go 4. I still got to give them their trust in them. Good guys,
Yeah,
good
that's
players.
fair.
But to finish it off, Frank Reich fired. Jeff Saturday hired. That's shocking to me. Who do you think's next to get fired?
I mean, I just want to. How did Jeff Saturday get the job?
I don't know. I mean, so that Jim Irsay dude, he's pretty tight with his former players, but still, there wasn't another guy out there he could have called.
I mean, that just seems fishy that a guy who's not even he's an analyst and he just becomes
Yeah.
the head coach mid-season. Like, I don't know, man. Seems like something fishy was going down.
I just seen this clip of Jeff Saturday and Peyton Manning like screaming at each other about running the ball and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, well, now Jeff gets his chance or something like
Yeah, because they said like now he's the play caller because Peyton Manning was like, stop calling the plays, just fucking block.
that. Yeah, it got heated pretty there. But as for
Uh,
who's
uh,
next, oh, go ahead.
next, next to be fired, I'd have to say, oh man, maybe Josh McDaniels.
Already?
I mean, I don't know, man. I've seen crazier stuff.
This is kind of me hoping. I hope it's Cliff Kingsbury, cause if he does get fired, I think the Rams have like a 7 out of 10 chance to bring that man in and be our offense coordinator and hopefully get us out of this shell. But maybe that's just high hoping.
Not gonna lie, when you said you're kind of hoping, I thought you were gonna say Sean McVay. I was gonna like, what?
I will never jump on that bandwagon like some of these fans. I remember my whole time in school, bro. Like first grade to senior year, the Rams didn't make the playoffs. I remember that time. Okay. You know?
Speaking of people jumping on stupid bandwagons, these Saints fans, they're wanting us to go for Aaron Rodgers or Matt Ryan. I'm like, why the hell would we do that? We let Drew Brees go because he was getting old. Why would we pick people who are just as old? And Matt Ryan's never been as good. That doesn't make any sense.
Speaking of the Saints, I would say the next coach to get hired might be your boy Sean Payton, bro. Maybe.
Yeah. He's got a lot of stuff to say about the Saints for a guy who left us high and dry.
He's salty, bro. He had a plan to go to Miami, and it all went down the drain.
I mean, that's what he deserves. Who do you think will be the coach? Who do you think will hire him?
I would think it's a team that's trying to win. Maybe the Colts, bro. This Jeff Saturday thing don't work out. I can see him going there.
I think he's going to be petty and go to the Panthers.
I ain't coming out of retirement for that dumpster fire, bro.
I mean, they're going to have a lot of draft picks.
Yeah, but who am I coaching? Am I coaching a bunch of rookies and Brian Burns? That's not going.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe if I was a young coach, not like my 30th year in, let's coach a bunch of rookies.
Yeah, but the Colts aren't looking too hot either.
They have talent though. Just like the Jets, they might just need a quarterback and some linemen.
Maybe.
But anyways, we're way over time, guys. Thanks for being on 11th episode. See you next week.